Xavier Santiago, executive chef of the Lodge Club in Florida. Thank you so much for joining us today. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you for having me here, Joanna.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about you. How long have you been at your club?
So with the company itself, Gay Hospitality, about 4 years. With the new club that I am right now, which is a second piece of our organization. I've been there for 6 months.
Okay.
Now.
So it's new.
So it's a new role for me.
Yes. So prior to that, though, were you an executive chef or a lower level?
I was the Executive Sous chef at Ponte Vedra Inn.
Okay.
And club.
Okay.
And then I had that opportunity, this amazing opportunity working with Gay Hospitality throughout the 4 years now. And then the transitioning was able to happening about 6 months. And it was a challenge. I want to challenge myself and, getting the support from my family. I jumping into it and here it is.
So 6 months, you're still like putting your arms around the beast, I assume.
That is correct.
Give us the lay of the land. How big is the club? How many members do you have? What's kind of happening on food and beverage?
So in the food and beverage in our club right now, it's about 1,200 members.
Okay.
We have a waiting list. It is a small unit operation. It's only, we're considering being a club and a / resort.
Okay.
Our resort part of our units are about 62 rooms.
Okay.
All suites, oceanfront. So we're right at the beach. The good thing about the location where we are is a lot of our members are young members, very active in the community, and this place for them is home. It is their retreat. They go up north, they come down with their family, they want to spend time at the beach, they want to spend all the holidays around there. It's a beautiful area. I mean, it's definitely amazing.
So what's happening with food and beverage? You said it's smaller.
It is
from an outlet perspective. What is that? Give us the kind of paint a picture for us.
So the rundown on it, we have 3 outlets plus banquet and room service. Out of the 3 outlets, we have our Sea View restaurant, which is a concept of Oceana. So very seafood drive-in to it. There we serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Our dinner is more our high-end fine dining service. Lunch and breakfast are actually the more casual, but still be a pretty upscale service. Then we have an oceanfront restaurant, which goes Oasis. That one serves lunch and dinner. And then we have our bistro, which is kind of opening more of a seasonality.
Okay.
So comes the holidays and the summer, it's pretty busy. It's kind of more of an entertainment for the pool and family, and as well for the wellness center.
Okay. So 6 months in, lots of different little outlets. How are you getting your arms around it? I mean, that's a lot to manage all at once. So like, where did you start when you come in as the executive chef? This is your first time at the top. Give us a little bit of a background on that.
No, absolutely. I think that was very challenging, was very amazing as well, and I think was a great opportunity. First challenge I actually got is meet the members. I think that was a big thing for me, is I need to meet the members and then engage with my staff. Coming from the same company but not working at the same location, it obviously challenged because it's always a question of who is coming on board and how we're going to be working with our team together.
Sure.
So that was the first phase of it. One philosophy that our company has is we always have put our employees first, members, and then we look into revenues, financials, and so forth. So with that being said, I took those 3 pillars and I said, I'm going to set myself for success. And my success have come through that. Making sure that our staff is priority and then taking care of the members. With that piece, I was able to start enhancing menus. We actually started our Oasis restaurant because it was kind of like a spring section. So we start getting a lot of the members coming home pretty much and then getting ready for summer. So that was the biggest challenge I had. There was menus there for over a year plus. a lot of favorites.
Yes, those are hard to
And
get rid of in this world.
Oh, so hard. So hard.
Yes.
But I was able to kind of manage myself and start putting menus together that made sense with the location, but it also made sense for us as a chef to be able to offer to our members. And then from that standpoint, I started looking at seasonal menus, changing menu seasonality. So our first rodeo pretty much was summer. And then we ran into now, which is we're in fall. And now we're just in a transition. It's just every day it's a learning curve for us, but I'm very happy to take those challenges.
What are some elements of the executive chef role that you might not have expected coming up from executive sous chef?
I mean, they are a lot. I think one of the things that I was always thought is, to make sure that I was able to engage with my team first.
Yeah.
Making sure that they feel comfortable, because the success of the operation is by me giving them the right tools. And in my career, when I first started in this industry, I knew there was a lot of gaps because of the two different, I would say, times where this industry started with this very strong European chef that we want to be consistency, we want to keep it stay to a level of service that we can provide and represent our company, but also two is how we translate that to our new employees that are getting into the industry and have never worked through those processes. Do I am firm or do I am firm by leading by example? And I think that was the things that I knew as an executive chef I needed to continue learning. I had some members that, not members themselves, but the members in the industry that helped me out and taught me how to navigate, great mentors, I would say. And one of them was my first chef when I first started. And then to today's days, I still have connection with them. When I had the most difficult situations in my role, are the one that I first call in and ask them, how can I get out of this and what should I do?
It's so important to have that network.
Absolutely.
To reach out to, Who were some of your mentors?
So I have gone through Chef Kai Lerman. He was my first chef who I first started in a career. Actually gave me also the opportunity to join this industry. I started my career working for Ritz-Carlton. Okay. And I placed my career for 17 years with Ritz-Carlton. And he was the first one who I just went on the interview, was a job fair opening.
Yeah.
And he says, what do you know how to do? What can you do? And I just told him and says, I want to do the grill. It was a pretty funny story after that because I never realized that at the hotel I was applying, there was a fine dining called the Grill. And he
the irony.
And he called the chef there and says, I have somebody who might be willing to work with you. You want to interview him? And I had this chef from the restaurant. His name is Sean McDonald, which is another influencer in my career. He came on board and says, well, what can you do? And I didn't have no words for it because I have never worked in the kitchen. So I said, no, I'm looking to work at the grill. But I was just referring to the actual grill station, not the grill restaurant. And
so did you work at the restaurant?
I actually ended up working in the restaurant.
Okay.
So I first started in the 3 meal services.
Yeah.
And then along the road, I was always getting myself bored because I was just wanted to learn more and more. And because the two restaurant was literally on the same hallway, I was always a skip and go on to the other side when I see that we're busy. Yeah. So Sean McDonald gave me the opportunity to first work in the restaurant, which was a fine dining called The Grill. And then from now on, I kind of started spreading my wings on learning from them, learning from ingredients, understanding more of the industry and where I was getting into it.
How do you take those experiences with those mentors and then turn that around to shape your sous chef, your line cooks, your team?
I mean, it's definitely hard work, listening. That was one of the keys that, I was always taught. Just listening and be respectful and never have fears. Just, go beyond what you want, follow your dreams, follow your goals, and stay on it. Don't give it up. It's not an industry. It's not an industry that I would say it is for everyone. It's definitely not. It's tough. You gotta be tough. You gotta learn. You gotta be firm to what you do, but you have to be confident. And those are the things that I use every day with my team. I make twice a month meetings with my chef, my Exec Sous, my sous chef, my chef de cuisine, and my employees. And I go through lineups. I always get some energizers from force and things that I continue let them know what to do, how to work it out, and using those experience and applying it to their actual roles.
So what's next? There's renovations on the horizon. The company has big plans across all of the properties.
There is. I think we were due for new renovations. It is very exciting because I think many people don't know, but obviously Jacksonville is one of the oldest cities in the state of Florida. But not just given that, there's a lot of history between Jacksonville and St. Augustine. Ponte Vedra is actually located in St. Augustine, which is pretty much bordered with Jacksonville. But when people refers to Ponte Vedra, immediately they think it is Jacksonville. Not given that there's no difference between, because again, it's just a borderline.
Right.
But the city itself, between St. Augustine and Jacksonville, are growing up so fast. I think the culinary trends, the hospitality trend is becoming the new stage of, would say, their life moving forward and their future. There's a lot of companies that are coming on board, a lot of hotels, Four Seasons. Amelia Island has great hotels such as Oni Hotel, the Ritz-Carlton. So our company is looking at then, like, how can we be then or better than then? So now we have also looking at to becoming a 5-star, 5-diamond hotel.
Okay.
Which is really, really nice, because if that happening, we will be pretty much the first ones in the area of St. Augustine to achieve those goals. And we are very excited for. We continue looking forward. Our team is very excited. It's something that is, before was like, should we try? Now is not. Now we are doing it.
Train's on the track.
And we are there. We were just, I don't want to say we're just months ago from them to achieve those goals. But we are very close to really meet our expectations moving forward.
That's fantastic. Well, we wish you the best of luck. We'll continue to follow your journey. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.